Well, greetings, hello, and welcome back. Episode number 15, if you can imagine that. This is 5B1C, I'm Imperial Jedi, and man, let's buckle up. We have a great episode coming up for you. So, oh man, I don't want to be the one to say it, but I do have some bad news. So, I hope you're sitting down, it's not too bad. Yeah, so unfortunately, as you guys may have probably guessed, as save files do get passed along, some things have gotten messed up along the way. I think if people predicted this. Yeah, so, I don't know, at some point somewhere, the traffic president got a little bit borked, and unfortunately, like, everything that everyone had spent time doing is now completely gone, myself included. So, I went and I looked at a couple things, but, oh man, it just feels so daunting. So, it'll be like a slow progression, but a lot of the intersections are going to seem a little bit off, and some of the lane changes that were so, like, beautifully well designed before, and like the single point and some of the tram crossings and stuff, they're going to be a little bit weird. So, apologize for that. And I don't know, somehow the crosswalk thing also got toggled on and off. So, just, you know, a couple random things here and there. But onwards and upwards, I do think, right? And the city looks so darn good. How could we not just keep on plowing forward, right? So, it is what it is. But when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade and you sit down and complain about it, right? Maybe? No, maybe not. All right, so guys, huge episode coming. Kind of like finishing off what Czardus was doing with some public transit. I really want to build off of that. And I kind of thought, like, what we're kind of missing a little bit here is just, if you wanted to maybe get from the tram depot and jaunt over to the university campus and hit the rail station. It's not that it's inconvenient, but you've got to cross a bridge. And I feel like some buses through here might be kind of cool. Even like a little stopping lane. But man, yo, okay, like, do I just tell you? Is it a surprise? No, I got to make it a surprise. Just wait and see. So let's literally jump right in right here. Asterisk to it all, which has been burning a hole in the back of my mind for like weeks now, is I realized I messed this up, eh? Had kind of in my mind that we were connecting to like a road that was like traffic light. You know, in the heat of the moment, things just happen, right? See, even now, don't you want to just fix this? Oh, for Pete's sakes, get out of here. Shoo. See, this is why you don't touch stuff. Go away. All right, forget it. Anyway, so we're building over here. We have a lot to do. I will save this for you. Put a pin in it. Really, really awesome thought. But yeah, the overwhelming majority of you, just based on the comments, wanted to see the city expand. So in lieu of my normal just like yabbering on, talking about great stuff, showing off how cool the game is, you know all this already. We're so many episodes in, right? I thought I would just like literally bunker down and just build. So I'm going to kind of autopilot to a certain extent right here. And what I'm going to be trying to go for is a whole new highway connection. And, oh, this is so ambitious already. I love it. And I'm going to try to like, it's kind of a toughie here, but like my thought process is I want to funnel a bit more industrial traffic in, because the new industrial pocket we have this way just pretty much serves down there. I really just want to take a little bit of the pressure off that guy. So more emphasis on being able to get into some of the residential neighborhoods here. You can connect to the main road. And yeah, there's another way in here. It's going to be unique, so you have to bear with me, but I've got some cool ideas here. And like I said, I'll just motor through this, because normally I just like talk so much when I watch these videos back. Especially when even just now, it's just like, okay, build. So we're out here trying. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. Really good to be back. I cannot get over how well the series is unfolding, and just so many great names in here, especially the guest builders too, eh? So I'm very excited. I'm doing that thing where I talk way too fast again, so slow her down there, partner. So yeah, over here, I'm not looking to add a whole bunch of traffic lights. I feel like we're doing a pretty good job at keeping the traffic flow moving through here. We're probably going to scale down a lane, which is what I want to do right over here. I was going to make a Seinfeld joke. Peterman. Oh, a lane. No. Man, what? It's one of those days already, eh? You ever feel like you're in one of those silly moods? Yeah, sure, of course, right? Well, it's happening right now. Alright, so scale down, lose a lane. That's fine going into there. And I wanted to lose a lane for this one. I feel like it's going to make a little bit more sense for the roundabout if it's just 2 lanes. But we'll keep the look going here. Alright, anarchy on. Pick up the speed. And then this one also into a roundabout. And I just realized I didn't make that actually too large of a roundabout, so I'm just going to go ahead and scale that back a little bit here. Here I'm talking about the importance of being fast and Oh, I prop enter key on there too. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. All right, back on target. So you had, actually, it was a different road altogether. Okay, just like it never happens. So that came across. This has the opportunity now to come over to here. Makes a cleaner roundabout, but I don't think the road's going to keep that shape. That also can come in. And then this will upgrade. Anyway, so I've got a plan here, don't worry. I see this in my mind's eye. Must have faith in the project. Okay, so roundabout, and this time of 50 shots. Perfect, and we'll change the bridge profile. Cool. And then, just so I don't forget, I wanted to come in with a highway. Kind of the LA approach. So we've got like this one right here. And I find this to just be like a little bit just kind of awkward with the way the turn is if you wanted to swing a right here. So I'm going to give them a bit of an easier option. Sorry, people. So what I like to do is meet these two roads together. And we can build some kind of fancy cross junction here. So lots to do. But the episode is basically going to be split into two if you can't already guess here. So we'll get highway and city expansion done. And then, like, our Mystery Project X, which kind of relates to what Czardus was doing. So you may have already guessed. And I started off, like, very strongly saying, like, oh, this is going to be this. And then stopped. Why? Interesting. All right, so let's connect these together. Get our cross junction kind of going. That turned out to be a nice little cross junction as well. Oh, that's cool. Okay. And then I wanted that one like that. And I'm basically just going to like fire off a highway exit into here with a light. And then you can also swing a right. So this actually didn't quite become a cross junction, but still looks kind of cool. So you...
This is Jessica Statler with Synthetic Dawn Radio.
Oh, that's fine. We're going to be using the move mod in a second anyway, so it's fine. And then this just sneaks in. Oh, I feel like Synthetic Dawn, the radio station we're listening to right now, is just so helpful for getting into like the fast build vibe. I'm trying to be speedy here. I know we have an hour, but like an hour just kind of goes by a little bit too quickly sometimes. And I don't think, you know what I mean, like an hour is not really set in stone, right? But you know, like an hour. I don't want to waste too much time here, you know? We can just play this game till the end of time, it feels like, so. All right, as long as there's enough room in between here, and maybe to help out with some extra cues, let's do just a simple asymmetrical. Beauty, that's cool. You know, we'll come in with the final touches and that kind of stuff after. And I'm also open to the idea of maybe doing a little bit of touch-up in between episodes, since next episode we also have just for us. So that's cool. I think that's a cleaner version of what we had basically up there. And it's going to make more of a focus on like entering the residential neighborhood here. And then I think it should split traffic properly with the single point up there. And then over here, what are we going to do? Okay, so I want 2 lanes coming in. This is going to be like hopefully a nice little tight compact interchange. But you'll see, I have kind of like a weird idea for this. So 2 lanes. Coming on in. I want to say I'm kind of like loosely inspired by Yumble with his thought. And as it kind of comes together, you'll be like, oh, okay. And if Yumble's shaking his head, being like, no, don't worry. Nah, this will be cool. You'll see. So pull that a little bit more in. I think the real selling feature of this is going to be like a consistent speed limit through here. That's going to be a little bit tight. Yeah, let's shrink that back. Oh, beautiful. And then I'm not going to connect right away up to there. I mean, we could, but I thought I'd make this just a little bit more visually fun right here. And we'll adjust all the heights in a second. Okay, so we're going in like that. But yeah, plenty of room right there. Maybe we can pull that just back like a pinch. Yeah, there's one node for the crossing, but it shouldn't really play an issue here. Especially if we tell the poor traffic president. Too soon, man, too soon. So, sure, you can cross your lanes if you want, but yeah, as long as you can go straight and right there, you're okay. One lane becoming two. A little bit in lane mathematics. We could back that up further if traffic becomes an issue, but I'll monitor that in between. There's a lot happening. Okay, and then these guys disconnected. And then we'll hold down left alt while using the movement mod, and we'll hopefully just get a nice smooth curve through there. It's a bit tight, so let's improve on that. Okay, I'm actually gonna change the whole profile here. And obviously, you know, like the tighter the curve, like smoother the transaction. There you go, that's not too bad. And then this is where things get a little bit weird. So I want this to feel a bit more like a high-speed interchange roundabout. So it's like, this is where I kind of channel my inner Yumble, who's hopefully not, I love this song, not shaking his head over this, but it's like a roundabout with a, kind of like a partial cloverleaf kind of like vibe to it almost. This way you can enter from like effectively both sides. So coming right off the bridge, right away into here, you don't have to go the whole way through and potentially slow down other people that wanted to maybe cut through or do something else. It is a little bit odd on the eyeballs, eh? I'm with you in that one, but if it works, right? Okay. And I feel like, you know, you gotta try something a little bit different sometimes. And I'd also make the argument too, these look so cool when the terrain that you're given is a little bit uneven. So you've got to kind of build something for the sake of it being built. Some of you are probably like, no, no. Oh, no, but of course. Okay, so I've seen worse. And then this is going to be based on whether you want to exit right away. To go fix some more roundabouts throughout the city. But effectively what we're doing, effectively, you know me, smiles for miles. Effectively what we're trying to do is tell people that if they want to turn left over here, that you should have made up your mind ahead of time. And so somewhere in here, into our exits. And that's basically saying that like this is dedicated exit. That one you can exit, but also turn left. So there you go. All right. And in instances like this, just so we don't run out of lanes here, I'm going to switch this around so that we can do 2 lanes to exit. And they'll merge back together. Just like that one, theoretically. Safety first. The lazy way to add a node. There you go. And then asymmetrical. So this way it accomplishes a few things. You get multi-lane usage in your roundabout itself. And you just get a good even flow. There's no need for like weird lane changes. So these could merge back down. Convenient to go to the next intersection, but still works. Enter and yield. This is where things get a little bit wacky. This could be, if we wanted to, a 3-lane opportunity. Just because that's a bit off. Or something like that. There you go. Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that stuff. Mainly, I'll keep an eye on it between episodes. Okay, that's not too bad. And then toss this all in. There's a yielding. Looks good, no parking. Okay. And then just something kind of similar on the other side, I guess, right? Should be a bit more straightforward because of the way the curve is set up. Okay, so... Oh, actually, you know what? Just to be a little bit different, eh? Oh, I'm gonna have so many people be so mad. Well, not mad, but you know. I'm gonna do it. Why not, eh? Look at this. To help govern traffic going through here, because I feel like this will be a very busy interchange, we're gonna have a traffic light. And you're very welcome to start as many discussions about this if you want, eh? But I feel like the argument here for me is that this is gonna feel a bit safer because we're gonna have something that creates a natural break. And I'll give people like a quick little way to turn right. And because you'll have the other way to get onto the highway, it makes kind of sense, right? And I think I'm going to sneak in the way on over here so you can avoid the light. How about that? Okay, so I mentioned before that a spot for a 3-lane would be great right here. No parking. Oh, this is cool. This is pure anarchy. I love it, eh? So... I think someone's on board for this thought, eh? Someone's on board for this thought. And then that becomes 2 lanes. And then you end up with a dedicated to go there. Oh, that's so clever. I like that a lot. And I'm open for discussion. If this is totally ends up being dumb, we can change it. But cool to try something different, eh? Okay. Nice. So that's you dedicated. This is here and there. That's far one. And then this one, you're just not going to connect to it because you've already had the chance to leave. Otherwise, you have to go around the roundabout again. There's your chance to exit. Oh, that's so cool. I should not like this as much as I do, eh? Okay, we'll just do this. I think for simplicity as well, I'm going to just take a lane out because you can see it gets kind of a little bit confusing sometimes. Let's get rid of that extra node. That's cool. Okay, let's pick up the pace here. We've had a great start to this, but I said I would not do too much yabbering, and here we are. How's your day doing, by the way? You at work? Where are you watching this from? Okay, so before you get too caught up, maybe the rest of the inputs might help. Okay, so that kind of mirrors that side. That's kind of neat. And then just the other way on. Yeah, that's it. Wow, strangely easy. And then same argument as before, just a little bit of merging, feeling safe. 2 lanes to exit, so there's no real need to be forced over. Okay. This guy's limp with that one. Alright, that's kind of cool. Very crazy, but kind of cool. Man, the traffic light is so wild. And yeah, just your high-speed lane. And you got it. Okay. Yeah, so just in the interest of time, I'll showcase it between the episodes, but I will come back and I'm going to try to come in and do a lot of the lane markings, stuff that we've seen. You can definitely critique me on it once it's finished, but let's not spend too much time now. Let's be a little bit more focused today. And I know a lot of you just enjoy my random distractions, but within reason. Okay, so a couple quality of life stuff really quickly though. Let's slope. Nice. Oh, that's not going to happen. So let's lower. Yeah, honestly, this kind of stuff, I'll come back. Oh, I just said that too, eh? It works. Might have some trees bumping, that kind of stuff right now, but we'll come back and fix it. And it looks cool. Do we need an exit entrance on the other side? No, I don't think so. I think we're okay. This is kind of fun for the moment. Just a little bit of spillover so the roundabout doesn't get too full. And more emphasis, hopefully, on you entering one of the arterial roads. Almost an auxiliary, but that's not the word I want. All right, cool. On to the fun stuff here. Let's build some neighborhoods really, really quickly. I'm going to do some casual zoning. I think we know the song and dance, which is commercial on the main part here. And just some nice, lovely residential in between. And I'll remove some areas that are going to be either offensive or I just didn't intend to. I kind of thought this might look cool, but maybe not actually. Keep that unzoned. Same with that 3-shot right there. Again, this is kind of based on feedback. A lot of you guys just wanted to see the city grow, so I'll pump out some big buildings here. Get the skyline, get some legs stretched. Skyline grown. And I'm with you too. I just love seeing sprawl. I just took that out. Okay. Oh. I forget what the hotkey is for that, but I keep turning that off with something that I'm doing, so you'll see me toggle that often. Nice. I'm going to throw in a few services as well, but I think for the most part, services should actually not be too bad right around here. All right, good coverage. Oh, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I hope it's burning a hole in the back of your mind, eh? Okay, do you want to connect? Excellent, thank you. All right, just a quick little connection. And we'll see who uses the interchange too, eh? That'll be kind of fun. Yeah, really quickly, just to kind of see. Yeah, school's not terrible. High school could use a bump. Oh, it's a beautiful sized building for right there. And I think, you know, maybe next door we could put a library or something too, eh? Oh yeah, that's nice. Community kind of center vibes here. And actually, speaking of community, why don't we do the pool? So what DLC is this? Green Cities, great one. So community pool near the library, that's kind of fun. And then I also thought like a skate park. Actually, yeah, let's go for the whole 9 yards here, eh? So skate park after dark, that's kind of neat. We need a parking lot. I love how I'm like, oh, just one real quick second. Yeah, right. Nothing's ever fast in this place. Okay, so let's upgrade along here for parking. And then on that road for parking too. See if we can sneak in. Okay. That's a little bit overkill unless we throw in some more commercial. And hopefully we can just sneak. Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, but you know what? That may have given me 2 spots. Yeah, it did, eh? Okay, so what we can do is bring it down a smidge. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. It didn't actually need to be. There you go. Cool. That looks great. So yeah, a little bit of commercial. We'll put that on the inside here. And then put something school related back there with some more commercial here. So it's not too far of a walk. And then if we could sneak in, I think just in front of the skate park, look at the parking. Okay, so in front of either. Always gotta think accessibility, especially whenever possible, eh? And then electric vehicle would be cool, but I think for that to happen, we gotta grab all of it and just shift the whole operation down slightly. So these are buildings. And I can just do doot doot doot. And then hold control for, oh, no, that rotates. Interesting. No, that's not. Yeah, if I hold control and use the mouse, it does a micro adjustment. I did the numpad there. Not the numpad, but it's like, you know, the numbers. That works for me. Okay, so some parking in front of there. Trees are definitely gonna be missing, so we could just do a quick little. Oh, I had such a cool thing with the trees earlier. I remember what I was doing. We'll do that in a second. But yeah, trees will come in. And I want a playground. Not that high school kids wouldn't go to a playground per se. Let's do like a tennis court or a basketball court. Okay. And then last thing, which I think it looks really awesome because it has a beautiful sized parking lot, is the sports hall and gymnasium. So we'll put that in here as well. That'll justify a bit more of the parking, I think, anyway. That's cool, right? Okay, what a nice little spot out of nowhere. So the tree thing I thought was kind of nifty. I was just testing this out. So grab some trees. And so we maintain the same vibe. I know we have like our own little pack, but copy. Overboard. Yes. You're like, whoa, hold on. I know, trust me. Right? Crazy, but yeah. So even in here too, you're like, hold on, mister. But you'll see though, you'll see. This is what I was testing out. All right, so I'm gonna get some columns for the roundabouts there. Okay, so the proper tree anarchy was off just so that we wouldn't go over top of anything, but I still got trees selected. You can see there's like a quadrillion trees through here, right? So that in itself is an issue. But check this out, right? So brush size huge, strength minimal. Check it out, right? Just do little gentle passes. And we're just, oh, I meant to do right click. Yeah, oh my God, eh? Okay, so some of these were planned trees, so that was a bit of an oopsie, but yeah, so start with high intensity and then just take her down a notch with the forest brush tool. I thought that was such a nice little touch. And then in the interest of saving, like, you know, resources and stuff, right? You can always go back with your marquee. Anything that's kind of offensive you can get rid of, but that was kind of nice, right? Get them in, matches the same vibe. We have some pockets that are intense. I can always take the size down again, but just a little bit of, you know, adding or taking away. All right, cool. So park stuff, living stuff, parking looking good. Population should be going up. And I think I'm going to do just a smidgen more high density in here because they always look so cool when they're on cross streets. And I'm going to go wall to wall right now, but I'm going to maybe spend like 15-20 minutes in between episodes. And I'll show you guys at the start of the next one some of the cool little things, like some pathways and stuff. But just in the interest of time, I'm so excited. Can you tell? All right, so one last little look right here. Police close by. Fire, dangerous, but I like it. So schooling, we know. Public transit. We'll stretch some buses out here. That's kind of nifty though. And then park stuff's looking great. That's it. Cool. And then should be enough pipes, right? Yep, beautiful. Oh, for goodness sakes. I almost had a deep breath because here we go. But well, who had big fire on their bingo card? Because I think you just won. Oh, there's our fire truck. So if we could just park, yeah, like there we go. And just pretend that's not happening. So over here, Czardus did such an outstanding job, didn't he? I'm going back to also say wonderful things about the Smart People Academy, right? And smart people, they don't necessarily need to drive, right? They might have someone drive them. Perhaps smart people take public transit. Query. Perhaps they do, eh? So I kind of thought, that's what I was hinting at the start of the episode here. If we wanted to improve the quality of life for the students, the downtown, all that stuff, we need a little bit more transit through here. So let's begin, shall we? I swear all of this is related. But this will seem a little bit out in left field, but check it out. So we're going to connect that. And I'm going to jump over top of this road with that road. And in case you're like, what? Just, I feel like the definition right now of just trust the process. Let's go. All right, so node. Cool. Single selection. Just enough there. Perfect. Slope. What do you give me? Oh, 12 is too much. Okay. Gentle, and these coming down by 2. What do you now? 8.3. I can live with that. It's a little steep, but certain vehicles only, right? Okay, that matches both sides. You're thinking to yourself, what is this Imperial up to right now? Good question. Okay, that like that to get a bridge. Oh, and then that gives us the chance, of course. I feel like, you know, like everything, right? It's just layers. Cakes are layers, ogres are layers. Layers. Onions, layers. So the many layers that is this right now, this is going to be so cool. Okay. So there's 2 really, really just absolute beautiful assets that I cannot get enough of. All right, so number 1. I should back it up. There's actually quite a few assets that I love, but... All right, so Central Park. Central Park, also from the Green Cities DLC, which feels like it's not that old. It's an old DLC now. I'm going to plop this down. And I'm going to get rid of... I know Czardus just put these down and did some really good spacing with them, but I'm going to integrate this more like into the neighborhood. And I think it's going to tie in so much more nicely with the alternative schools here and the Green City vibe. Oh, just so excited. I feel like I saw this in a dream, you know? I woke up and I was like, yes. Because, yeah, to be completely honest, when I was recording this, or like sat down to record this, I was so stressed out about just some of the mods not working. And so I was just sitting here, just kind of like tinkering around, you know? And I feel like from the overhead, I just messed around with some stuff, and I just came over like this like design, and I was like, oh, dude, yo. So this is putting my mind at ease. This turned out really nicely. And I cannot wait to hear your guys' feedback on some of this. It's like, oof, you know? But yeah, so check this out, right? So we're going to bring this down. Sorry, my poor computer can't keep up with me right now, it feels like. And then, where is the asset I'm looking for? It's in Metro. It's from the train station pack. It's this guy right here. Metro Plaza. Oh, yeah, dude. Man, yeah, that's so nice. So, if done correctly, these 2 with spacing should be now good enough that pedestrians should cross and enter from all sides. We're going to just put a sidewalk underneath it all to make sure. Let's take that off. Yep, perfect, cool. Excellent. I just love this. This is one of my favorite assets ever. And it just got such like a nice little bit of elevation. And the cities, the layers. You got some high density behind us, that one tall tower over there. You can see now cutting like into the earth, almost equal height going up and down. That's cool. And this is nice too, because it's a little bit of a sunken plaza through parts as well. So I feel like, you know, in some crazy scenario, maybe these are connected. There's some underground pathway that takes you to the metro. Very romantic, very nice, very fun. Awesome. So that's cool. And then you're like, okay, Imperial, I mean, this is great and all, but, you know, just still waiting for that wow. To which I say, wow. But no, check this out next, eh? So Anarchy is on. I can place this wherever I want initially. I wish I had not done that because I was ashamed to lose that building. But this I want to turn. Line that up just ever so slightly so we don't bump the cafeteria. How cool is that, eh? Imagine you're eating your lunch and like trains coming in and out. And you can be, oh, there's Bobby. And we're, oops, just a little bit over. So we can fix that. Is that a bit too much? No, we should still be able to sneak all this in here. Yeah, there you go. All right, so as long as we're not blocking, we have trees in the bike lane. Okay, I may have to rotate this around to the other trees on the other side. Hold that thought, Bobby. Train's letting you off at the other end now. Okay, so clearly there's trees on both sides, and it's almost irrelevant what I pick because they're kind of uniform. So go back to that thought. I think what we could do instead is just try our darndest, I guess. I don't know. What do you think here? No, don't lose momentum. You had this. No, don't you dare lose momentum. Okay, so just very gently lifting that up. Undo that one. Hold Alt. Line that up. And I'm going to take the node controller and I'm going to line these back up together if it'll let me. No, but that's okay. That's close enough. The main thing is these trees look a little bit silly and I want to stop that, so. All right, perfect. Back on track. No pun intended because this is a metro. All right, so connecting this together. This is the part that when I was also in my dream state, thought this looked beautiful. So we're going to have to redo the power. I know those little boxes are right there. That is no problem. And then this is where things get just so wild. Check this out. There it is. Perfection. It's beautiful. Okay, so fix all this so the slopes look nice, and then admire the handiwork. I'm telling you, this is absolutely awesome right here. So we're sloping. That's so cool. Pillars are going to be a huge issue right now, so let's do that before we start gloating. No need to celebrate early. There's the pillar. If I press undo, it'll move the node back to where it was. Pillar, pillar. I could use a pillar. I'll undo that. That's great. And then raise the pillar. Simple movement mod up and down. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Forget the fire. Okay, we're getting there though, eh? And then this, right, with the bridge and the terrain was going to be deformed a little bit. So we did this. Move that into a bridge as well. Slope the nodes through here. Oh, that is so cool. And that dips in, I think, so nicely, eh? I'll just lower that a little bit because the terrain's a bit odd there, but... Hoo-wee. Yeah, that's so cool, man. That is so cool. So, pedestrian pathway, connecting from here over to there. Just build something nice around that eventually, too. Otherwise, like, it just looks like it's so perfect. The curve, and we'll see it. This kills it for me, of course, but what are you doing? Bro. There you go. Anyway, the only thing that can make this even more perfect is check this out. Are you ready? I don't think you are. This would look so gorgeous if it had, like, you know, the waiting area. You can buy some tickets. You know, you can make some phone calls, get a taxi dispatch or something. You got like a lounge. You got your vending machines. You know, newspaper, time schedule. I mean, this is cool, right? And service delivery could be an issue, so this might be something to keep an eye on. And so help me, check this out, eh? This is my thought on how we can split the difference. That's right. Okay. No, he's not going to do... Is he? He is. Stop it. Get out. Yeah, why not? Why not? Honestly, why not, eh? I can maybe shrink that by 1. I think the suspension looks cleaner, wider. Crazy talk. Absolutely crazy talk. I'm with you. But at the same time, it's cool. This is cool. Like, what a guy, eh? A traffic light in the roundabout And then this little thing. But I feel like it's not bad, eh? Especially if we tie that in with a key. That's not bad. Key, walking area. And then here's the real sale, right? Tourism friendly, student friendly. You're going places, buddy. And that, I mean, like, come on, man. You're telling me that's not doing it for you? Oh my, I love this, eh? I literally love this. Simple things for the simple minds, I guess, right? Okay, so let's get a key wall going through here now. Oh, I think that's the right one, but we'll just double check here. Perfect. And perfect. Okay, so let's get a little bit more pedestrian connectivity, and we'll throw a line in for this as well. Alright, so I'm a fan of using these guys here. Just because we got the other pathway right next to it, so this one has, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm just yelling over the commercials. I realize upon listening back to them, they're not that loud, but like for me in the heat of the moment right now, they're so loud. So that's why I get into that thought. That's kind of nice, right? So we should see a lot of people taking both ways through here. Access in and out of the hub itself, and then we're going to have a crossing point right here, which I'm fine keeping. Unless the game maybe took that one out. And just a little bit of this. I feel like we could spend a whole episode in itself just building a interchange or like little you call it park or something for these guys. Yeah, we could. Not that we're going to right now, but we could. Okay, so let's get some more appropriate building through here. What could be something kind of fun, like a shopping center? Ooh, that'd be nice, actually. Yeah. Beautiful for the corner right there. And a big old fountain that would look beautiful with the bridge going over top of it. Gonna have some issues there with the node, but I think we can fix that. Oh, there you go. It can also be fixed that way. Oh, actually, as a bonus, if I overlap that just right, we should get people that walk through all parts of this and look a bit more realistic. Okay. What are some great assets? I feel like a stadium, eh? Do we? Oh, of course. Yo, of course, a stadium. Oh, my dudes, of course. Oh, okay. So the clinic. Sorry, you've been bought by the city and you've been relocated. For what I hope are going to be. Oh, I mean, it's going to be loud. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before you start going crazy here. That's a good spot for that. That is going to be a very real factor. It will be loud. So you know what? Let's not panic. Let's put that over on this side. So in case you're really curious, I'm going to go over this Juventus Stadium, or Juventus, Stamford. These guys here, they were available when the game was brand new. Well, 2016. And the game people only had like commercial rights to sell them for a very small period of time. So in case you're wondering, what? Matchday DLC, that's still around. This is a free DLC. So this you should get. I'm going to throw in the Matchday DLC Stadium. And we can do that across the street from our station. And you know what we could do even is put it on a one-way road over there. Yeah, this is getting way more complicated, and I love it. Well, city's growing up. And if we do our layout just right, we should be able to also tie this in with another set of roads coming in and out of that roundabout, and possibly doing something like that, you know, where we connect and come in, bypass a bit. Not that roundabout traffic is bad or anything, of course, but just to kind of help us out a little bit more. Maybe keep some of that shape even. Oh, it's grandiose, doesn't it? Oh, that is so cool. What a good thought, eh? And then if we could maybe make the whole top of it a one-way. That's kind of a fun thought. Yeah, that'll help with the stadium going in and out. And I'm going to add an extra lane through here. Oh, this is so cool. This now feels a bit more like a collaboration, eh? Coming together and making all this come. Yeah, this is really fun. So stadium. I love it. Parking on the inside here. I love it. Let's double this up. Actually, do we have any parking garages? You know, it's so funny. I envisioned this episode being so different because I had this in my mind's eye. Just to kind of take a little quick second. It's more fire, eh? Because when I was watching Czardus' episode, I was just thinking, like, it'd be so cool to get, like, yeah, something that kind of goes up and down here, where there's, like, a bus or a tram or whatever. And just, like, I love that asset, and trying to get across here because of the canals was such a cool thought. And then just this. And then what I thought would happen, actually, was that we would build all of this on the other side of the highway, and we would put a train station. And we'd connect that, but it didn't really happen. But that might be something that could be a good idea, though, eh? For someone in the future, or our next pass around. I like that. Anyway, this is so cool. This is coming together so much better than I thought. And if we had like an extra like episode, I think I'd probably do a bit more work in and around here, and try to tie something in with the trams. Just do that a lot more effectively, almost like what Czardus had done with the other spot. Okay. And then let's do. Oh, I love that road. A little grass median coming in like this. That helps as well. This is more the parking vibe. Auxiliary exit as well. There you go. And yeah, parking, is there just the, whatchamacallits, the parking lot roads? Yeah, I think so, eh? I never remember. There's so many assets and mods these days between so many packs. You know how it goes. So we'll run that one right next to it. There's an access road. Let's clean that up if we can. Access road should be on an angle. That can come in closer. Oh, yeah. That's nice. And then I feel like that should all be the same height. What a great feature. And then I think you should have a way out. Oh, that is cool. Very simple, just because, again, I don't want to spend too much time. I might double this up, but I've noticed that when I do my episodes, I just get so, like, bogged down in certain areas, and then there's stuff in the heat of the moment where I was just like, oh, I wish you maybe, like, didn't do that, you know? Or spent a few extra minutes, maybe, trying to fix something else. I'm not sure if that helps or hurts that location, but trying to help our friends nonetheless. Okay, so pull that over so the parking lots don't conflict. And this would be an awesome spot for just like big promenade, big malls, big open area, plazas, something to that effect. What do you got for me? Oh, outdoor concert grounds. Oh my goodness. So many cool thoughts here. But no, keep it a little bit more simple, I think, eh? Mall might be kind of nice as well over here. A mall in the mall? Yeah, it's not large enough. Oh, Grand Central Library. Great asset. Go over here too. Does that fit over here? Oh, that might be nice. Be cool if that was like facing the stadium like that, eh? No, that's a lot of work. That's not going to happen right now. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I just feel like the symmetry with the stadium, it's... I'm going to try to preserve a bit of that. And I feel like an open space would be a bit nicer. Such a silly commercial. Okay, well, I'm still looking for something here. I feel like I might know what it is when I see it. No, I think for the moment I'm gonna throw down a park. It's actually the perfect size for it. Something like this was just kind of what I needed. Not looking to overthink this, and let's, if we can, straighten that out. So this can be brought in. Where's our boundary for a, there it is. There you go. Yeah, it looks a little bit more complete now. And I feel like that's a bit more in line with the front of the stadium itself too. And we could lend this spot over here to maybe some like vendors and stuff. So let's do this. There you go. I feel better about that now. That took a while. Okay, for some reason we've been on pause this whole time. Not sure. Go ahead and press play. Maybe the fires. I don't know. Maybe that was irking me. Who knows, eh? But yeah, so shopping. We could use some more parking through here as well, and just some parking in general for the metro and all that stuff. But pretty good start. And then services look good. And then we're close enough to the stadium that people will walk too. I feel like these produce astronomical amounts of traffic. But this should be a smart way to go about it, eh? All right, so definitely the opportunity to stretch our legs with the metro. This is one of those metro stations that has so many ins and outs. Not all of them have to be used, of course. And yeah, let's get a line going. Let's watch this wackiness, eh? Oh, that's so cool. And I want to see it go in through there, how that looks. So let's remove the weird ones. What are we going to do here? High capacity metro might be nice. And just put a couple of these on. Yeah, that way it doesn't look too wild. And we'll see what these will look like when they spawn. How they go on the tracks. Oh, it's a little bit long. It's a little bit long, realistically, for what it is. No, we don't need that much. That's a little crazy. Alright, so improve public transit too. Great mod. Any custom vehicle you download, any vehicle from the game itself will show up in here. Color coding a little bit more effectively too. But let's do... S-Spawn's not a bad one. Those look kind of cool too. In fact, they're above ground. Let's do 3. 3 S-Spawns. That's from the Content Creator Pack. That is the vehicles that just came out with the Airports DLC. And that's, oh yeah, that's nice, eh? That is nice. Oh, it's a nice feature of S-Spawn too. Guys, call me crazy, but I feel like this is beautiful. And so I want some pillars. Hang on, I'm gonna forget otherwise. There's some pillars. I think this is the coolest thing ever, eh? This as well. You can come at me. I'm up for it. But I just think, yeah, we can jazz this up a bit more. Some pedestrian walkways. Little pedestrian bridge through here. I feel like the height's not bad, actually, through all this still. And just the layers, man. This was a momentum loser. We almost got into a funk right there, but we fixed it, eh? Oh, that fire. I swear. Good intentions could pave the world, eh? Well, the good news is we're running out of stuff to burn, so... Alright, so the only thing that's really missing from here now, I think, is a bus depot. So we could, in fact, build our own, or we could just be not lazy, but, you know, efficient. We could drop down something from... Actually, before I... Don't lose that thought. Hold on. Taxis for me, taxis for you. Call me one, please. Alright, so some taxis. I don't remember if we've had a dispatcher spawned or not, but near here might be kind of cool. Might feel a bit more like transit oriented as well. Okay, and then I think a taxi stand over here might just be a really great idea. I can mirror both sides. Okay. Alright, well, so there you go. Steps in the right direction. And then, yeah, so a bus depot. We could, in fact, make our own, like I was saying. My ongoing Let's Play series right now, we kind of try our hand at one, but maybe what we want is like one of these guys here. That's huge, but awesome. Funny thing is, I think there's a metro attached to this. Not that we need to use it. Yeah, so this would now go over to here. Let's take a look at the noise. Dangerous. So we're moving it. And I realize that this is all zoned for residential, but the offices themselves are going to be a really good blocker for noise. And just some, building variety too. So I'm going to toss those in, even though I know this is intended for residential. And then a chance for some parking or something else over here. Okay, department store, that's a great asset. This could maybe go in the corner right here. Looks nice with the park. Yeah, that's really cool. I like the mall, facing that. This I'm also open to being maybe like, oh yeah. That's cool. Oh, and an old cathedral. Oh, so many beautiful things, eh? Because if this is becoming like the older part of the town, I think there would be a cathedral around here. Especially near like Central Park in air quotes, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, okay. Yes, sold me on it. Yes, sold me on it. Okay. Or, oh, yeah, you're absolutely right, eh? You are absolutely right. Good shout. Someone just, I felt it. I know that like the future past just caught up to us right there, and I felt it. Thank you. Yeah, I know you stood up and saluted. You're welcome. I love it. Thank you. That was good. Wherever you are. All right, so some more room over here to expand the park out. This could be some good spot. Like that was how? Yeah, I know. Eh? We just connected through time right there, my dude. Wild. Okay, so out of nowhere, yeah, like a lot of older buildings starting to pop in through here, which is really nice. And like, yeah, just very nice. So, I was on a good roll, and I was like, oh, we can throw in at least one more. I don't know, can we? Yeah, we can. There you go. Another nice old-timey building. So another substitute, hold on. Another substitute of a beautiful building that we could put in. I can just go over there for a second. Especially because we're transit themed, is our Grand Central station thing here. Grand Central Terminal. So we will have to figure out a way to make this look a little bit more fun. Because the simple tram doing its circle, nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to adjust this slightly. That's a tight one, so that's not looking all that great. And then we'll pull back blue, and we'll pull back green by a significant margin. Fantastic. And then the door is open for this to be kind of fixed, but I'm just dropping down a whole bunch of assets that I think are going to feel right for this style that we're going for here. Especially if we want to convince the world that this was some older stuff. Oh, this needs to be over, doesn't it, eh? Okay, I gotta stop myself because I'm getting carried away, eh? I am getting carried away. So, I feel like we've laid the framework for just, like, outstanding expansion and, like, continuation of a lot of this thought process for the downtown. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so nice. Just a little, yeah, just a little, yep. I'll tell you what, man, it's the little things about this game that just bring me joy constantly. Okay, so just a couple finishing touches here, and then I think we just have had a great episode overall. Like, just so much cool stuff here, eh? All right, a little bit of shopping around the park. A little bit more residential in here. That'll look really nice if it's scaled down relative to the tall towers. That's a beautiful asset. Keep that open for some more services in there too for later. Huge room for some expansion through here. That's going to be awesome. Of course, the metro. I love it. That looks just great. That's cool. We have a stadium now. I like that a lot. This is what I was worried about, eh? A little bit of a noise problem here. Some other solutions we can try to take, and we'll just keep an eye on this as the city grows, is we can throw in tree-lined streets. Trees will also create a small boundary between our noise polluters. And then the trees themselves, we can also put some of them down. So I can pull that back, hopefully give them a little bit more of a helping hand. And last thing I can do is just some big boy oaks right through here. Let's get some planter boxes so it doesn't look so weird. Oh, we don't have any planter boxes. Shoot. Okay. Yeah.
This is Jimmy Fry's coming to you from Studio 2.
Whoa, great commercial.
Whoa. Looks like someone's horsing around. Okay, easy.
Okay, let's use our imagination here.
They'll play your favorite hits, give out great prizes, and laughter.
Actually, you know what? Hold the phone. I just remembered that the game now gave us the ability to do, So I can click on a road, and I click on a tree, and it should, yeah, there you go. That's kind of fun. Okay, what's my noise pollution pocket? Just barely, eh? Just barely.
Feeling lost in today's fast-paced world? Sometimes I get nostalgic for the simpler times evoked by this
So
station.
close, but so far.
All I can say is, if you're being left behind in
Okay, I
today's
might just try a
society,
couple more trees through here to see if we can just absorb a smidge more of the noise.
the past, and we're looking
And I'm gonna see if I can just maybe like plop one or two down.
There's money to be made. Still, this next song
No,
is
okay,
actually-
so in the interest of public safety, let's make that one into a,
embroidered varsity jacket. But if you close your eyes,
actually, no, make that into nothing.
I'll almost let you taste the asphalt.
Okay, rubbing my hands together, getting the old clap. Best song ever to end things off. This is so good here. I was gonna put down just a couple more, Oh, I'm thinking of a different set of asset packs here. So never mind. I was gonna decorate the inside of one of our roundabouts connected to the highway, but I feel like this is it. This is the moment. The music's calling. Like they've reached out the big cane, and it's like pulling me off the stage here. This is the moment here. So let's look at what we've built. So a brand new, very complicated, awesome interchange. Thank me later, of course. A little crazy, I get it. But yeah, it turned out really nice. And I think it's like the right size for what we were going for too. The trees look good. This neighborhood here kind of just popped into like lovely existence. Nice to see some traffic over in this side of the world too. Like I said, I'll come in between the episodes and just like jazz up some of the roundabouts, fix some of the lanes, and just make sure the crosswalks are hidden and all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, yeah, we're getting there, eh? Traffic overall, I think is doing really well, especially that introduction to the new public transit. And I cannot get over how good this waterfront tram is. I am just so blown away. In that like giant, like all the cool stuff that Overcharged Egg did with the intersections, learned so much there. Last episode, or 2 episodes ago with the tram turnaround point that Czardus did, trying to tie all that in together. Just grand. Skylines taking shape, fires are aplenty. Industry, all of it, man. It's just, it's coming together. So much fun. And then there's, well, the fires out downtown, speaking of which. But yeah, I think the addition, those buildings, they look old, the right kind of old. It's some of them are the European assets, but I think all of that together, and the layers. Like, look at how deep you can see, look how tall it goes too. And the fact they're starting to like play nicely with the canals, the trains, public transit. Oh man, the stadium, incredible. What an episode. I can't even believe this, eh? So that is it, my friends. Thank you very much for hanging out. Wonderful episode. Good final everything here. Yeah, drop me your thoughts. I'll show you guys next episode what I'm up to. We'll fix a few things, and yeah, let's really, we'll turn up the heat. We'll really make some improvements over there. Not bad for time. Not bad. Onwards and upwards. I'll see you guys again. Drop me a comment. Happy building. Stay hydrated. Hope there's a smile on your face, and thank you for hanging out. What a great one this has been. See you next time. Adios.